Pozdrav svima, ljudi moji dragi, dobro došli na još jednu premijeru. Ovaj puta nastavljamo ni manje ni više nego sa ukrajinskom prvom ligom. Dobro došli na drugo kolo ukrajinske prve lige, koju ćemo mi prepustiti našim komentatorima Đuriju i Beglinu. Od sada će tako nadalje biti. A idemo mi vidjeti kako će se odviti parovi. Aleksandrija, Lviv, Vorska, Mariupol, Vorin-Lutsk, Ovolon, Kijev, CSKA Kijev i Desna Černihiv. To su parovi. A kako će sve to završiti? Vidimo tablicu. Desna ima 3 bodova, CSKA ima 3 boda, Lviv ima 3 boda, Mariupol, Aleksandrija ima 1 bod, a bez bodova su Vorska, Vorin-Lutski, Oblon, Kijev. Idemo sada vidjeti kako će završiti drugo kolo uz naše komentatore Petra Đurija i Džima Beglina. A mi ćemo se opet družiti na kraju kola, kada se odigraju sve utakmice. Pa idemo da vidimo šta može biti tu.
Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. As you can see, we are getting through the pre-match formalities and processes, the players coming onto the field for the usual fanfare and handshakes and so on. Conditions absolutely perfect. Temperatures are kind enough. It is an absolute picture under the floodlights here, and the match that follows ought to follow suit. This place, simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
There's the whistle, and here we go. He spotted the run and played him through. He's left his man. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. What an adventurous run from a defender. Knocks it away. Chip through. Shapes the shoot. It's there!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Looks to thread it through. No foul, says the referee. Drilled in low. Gets good distance on it. Oh, that's neat. Crosses it in low. And he heaves it forward. Pushes it out wide. Good ball. And the flag has stayed down. Danger averted for now. Here it comes. And a shot! It's a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Incoming cross. Dinks one in. Shoots! Massive leap! And in it goes! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
And he's on his way! That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He's had a crack. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Looks to clip it forward. And he's there to hoof it away. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Crunching tackle. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Oh, sweet feet. Hits one! Back of the net! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
This has become one. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. So there was the first half.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So we're into the second 45. Plays a clever pass. He can get that clear. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And he just whacks it away. No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Going through. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Aimed long and direct. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got away. Gorgeous control there. And it's hoisted clear. And he's straight offside. Gets it upfield. He's left his man. Cleared without complication. He's got options out wide. Going through. Great leap! He will be livid with himself.
Yeah, but the two that closed them down merit the praise of a job well done.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Plays it out to the wing. Chance to shoot. Forward it goes. And now they can launch a counter. Over to the left. So the manager making the last of his changes. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Floats one over. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Good clearance and very necessary.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Battles to win it back.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
It's a loose ball. Going for goal! Needs a quality cross. Plays a clever pass. That's gone a long way up and away. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Towering header!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Big chance! He's gone for it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Passion and panache and perseverance and in the end parity. A really good game to watch. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good... Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. As you can see, we are getting through the pre-match formalities and processes, the players coming onto the field for the usual fanfare and handshakes and so on. Conditions absolutely perfect. Temperatures are kind enough. It is an absolute picture under the floodlights here, and the match that follows ought to follow suit. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works. It's still valid. And I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So that's got things underway. Tries to get it forward quickly. Could try cutting inside here. Aimed in with a header! It's there! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Out for a throw. Forward it goes. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And out to safety. Nicely controlled. He has it out what? He's gone for it! Saved only by poor finishing. And a shot! They've scored!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
And the weighted pass. Oh, good interception. Good challenge. He just stood firm. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Ball's gone out of play. Chance! He's managed to get that all wrong. Aimed long and direct. Forward it goes. He's got the ball glued. He's had a shot! Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Oh, that's fantastic improvisation he showed there. Adjusted himself very quickly, but it's rare that they come off.
Goes long. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now a chance to break. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Look, he just has to read the situation quicker if he hopes to conquer that.
Plays it out to the flank. He's in space and looking for options. Played out to the right. Hits one! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Yeah, it looks like he did make his move just a smidgen too early.
And it's got through. Cleared without complication. Plays it long. Looking to shoot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Out to the left it goes. Crosses in a low one. And that has been clubbed away. Well read, he sorted that out. You would think that the first substitutions will be coming up pretty soon. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Just brushed off the ball there. Aimed long and direct. Over to the left. And that is not finding anyone. Plays it out to the wing. And help's available out wide. No, that's not going to find its target.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Done very well to intervene.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Dinks one in. Boots it to safety. And the finish! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he just whacks it away.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's cut it out. The final whistle. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment, and it ends all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out and football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. A fixture ahead of us to which we've all been looking forward for so very, very long, and it means so very, very much. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch looks terrific. The players are ready to get started, and we cannot wait for the contest that lies ahead. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
It's a setup that's been enjoying quite a renaissance in recent times, and one that complements the counter-attack very nicely, with two strikers, two wing-backs, and potentially two runners from central midfield. You can understand its attraction because it really can get the numbers into the opposition's box, and equally, it can get the numbers back into your own.
So that's got things underway. Tries lifting it over. No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Shapes to shoot. They've scored!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
He can get that clear. Pushes it out wide. That's a decent ball. Can he finish? Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Oh, he's been flattened there. Gets good distance on it. It'll be a throw-in. Well, that's where he wants it. Throw-in. Out for a throw. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Is it in? Knocks it away. Now the counter goes long. He's gone for it! Caught offside that time.
Yeah, that's a good spot and a good call.
Gets it upfield. Played out to the right. Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't tell the full story. He's left his man. Big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Towering header! Harmlessly behind. Attempts to play it through. Chance to shoot. And now the breakaway. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. And the first half is done. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Back into the middle. Has a pop! Really well taken goal. The second half off to a spectacular start.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up. Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
And he's whipped it in low. Surely. Goes for goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Can he put it away? Oh, taken with style. Into the lead once more.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a breakthrough. And he's on a charge. Looking for space out wide. And it's hoisted clear. And that's been won straight back.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Defenders on the back foot. That's not going to make it. He's picked him out. Shot at goal! Goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
So all square and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Oh, that's nice. Massive leap! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Forward it goes. Going through. Beautifully done. Great leap! Oh, he's managed to miss it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that because he should have put them ahead then.
Tries to get it forward quickly. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, the defence was at their mercy and they only needed to be fractionally quicker.
Out wide to the right. He's still going. Where to next? Can he score? Oh, should have put that away. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be outmuscled.
Look, this can still go either way. It might...
He'll have a dip! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the net.
Looking to shoot! Away from immediate danger.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to
Has a swing at it! It's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. What about that, Jim Beglin?
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it. Ball through needs to be good here. And a shot! He scores! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, you can analyse to your heart's content. It won't change the outcome. They have lost the game. Your reflections then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, the weather for it is forecast to be less than ideal. We are expecting intermittent spells of heavy rain, which just might impact on the quality of the football. I don't think it's going to be sufficient to prevent the football from being played, nor indeed has it deterred the many, many fans who are in here and already generating a terrific atmosphere ahead of the game, which kicks off any moment now. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course, forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, both teams have made a perfect start to the season, which certainly adds to the prospect here. Tries to stroke it through. Lovely bit of skill there. Gets it into the middle. Here comes another cross. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Aimed long and direct. Keeps everyone guessing. There's the delivery. Keeper goes long. Tries to get it forward quickly. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And a shot!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
A buccaneering run from the defender. Keeper's ball. So it is still 0-0. Aimed long and direct. Cuts it out. Gets it upfield. Ball is over the line. Hoists it high. I've managed to get it away. A real chance to break. He's made sure that that won't get through. Forward it goes. That's a throw. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, if anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time. Here it comes. And through to the goalkeeper. Aimed long and direct. He can get that clear. Aimed long and direct. With a delicate ball. And they've been given a corner. And it's been taken short. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. That gets things going for the second half. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Going through, shapes the shoot. Plays it out to the wing. He's got away. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Forward it goes. Looking for space out wide. Needed a better pass there. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Boots it to safety. And he just whacks it away. Turns and goes back. It's a goal kick. Lobs it in gently. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do it.
Shot at goal! He has done it! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Gets into some space. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Gets his head to it! Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp. This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Fine defending there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's had a shot! He's scored! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. However they tried to stand in his way, he just was not to be denied.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
He's made it 2 and no doubt he's hungry for more. So the ball's got out of play and a change is upcoming. So that's 2 now without reply. He's having a look round. Goes for goal! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
So the manager making the last of his changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned.
Shoots! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that is truly disappointing. It is a results business, and this result is worth nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
I to je to, ljudi moji dragi, završila je posljednja utakmica drugoga kola Ukrajinske prve lige. Ovdje imamo rezultate: Aleksandrija Lviv 2:2, Vorskla Mariupol 1:1, Volin Luck 3, Oblon Kijev 4, zanimljiva utakmica. I dominacija Desna Černihiv protiv CSKA 0:3, lagana pobjeda za kraj. Desna ima 6 bodova, Lviv ima 4 boda, Oblon i CSKA imaju po 3, Aleksandrija Mariupol imaju 2, Vorskla ima 1 bod i Volin Luck je bez boda. Idemo da vidimo parove trećega kola. Otvorit će ga Lviv Volin, Vorskla Aleksandrija, Mariupol CSKA i Oblon Desna Černihiv. Da memoliramo. I tako, ljudi, to je sve od mene za danas. U međuvremenu je kiša počela padati vani. Hvala vam svima koji ćete gledati ovu premijeru i nadam se da ćete uživati u njoj i da ćete mi pomoći isto oko YouTube-a, oko pregleda. Trudit ću vam se dati maksimalno korektan sadržaj koliko je to u mojoj moći i nadam se da smo imali interesantne utakmice i do sljedećeg susreta sa Ukrajinskom ligom. Doviđenja.